Hey guys, it is day 17 of being hospitalized. I know it's been such a long time already. Who would have thought that I would be in the hospital for this long? And yeah, so you guys asked me how I am doing because you guys already know I'm in the hospital. And by the time you're watching this, I'm not in the hospital anymore, I think. Yep, I'm hoping. So if you guys follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, you already know that I got hurt and I got the surgery and all that. So a lot of you guys ask me like how I was doing, and I'm like, obviously I'm doing really well, but that's kind of a difficult question if you ask how my ankle is, because I can't see what's happening inside my body. I'm hoping it's healing well, and I know for a fact that it's healing because I pray and a lot of you guys are praying. Yeah, so the surgery went well, but I don't really know, and like I don't use my left leg at all right now, like my left ankle at all, so I don't really know. But I mean, I'm doing well. But it's interesting that I can totally see the difference between my left leg and my right leg. It is because I don't use my left leg anymore. The muscles started to disappear, and I definitely see the difference. My left leg is smaller than the right one. It's kind of sad, but it's really interesting. And yeah, so that was kind of interesting. The difference is really subtle, but I could definitely see it. And by the way, I just want to mention and point out the word subtle. So when someone says the difference is really subtle, the difference is so small that you can hardly see the difference. Let's put it that way. So the difference is really subtle, and B is silent, so it's not subtle, it's subtle. Anyway, I could see it. And I am here to let you hear a little story of what happened this week. So I was supposed to have a visa interview last week, but I couldn't have it because it was only like 2 days after the surgery, and I didn't want to move around too much, so I decided to push it back to this week. So I did have the visa interview, but the story is a little kind of frustrating. I don't want to say just frustrating, I just said kind of frustrating because I don't want to see it as such a negative thing. But anyway, what happened was this. So I had to reschedule the visa interview, and to apply for the visa, it was $200. It was about $200, and I had my sister print out all the documents that I needed, which had my sister wake up at like 1:30 in the morning and go to PC bands and stuff like that because I'm such a clumsy person. So the night before the interview, I'm like, hey, I forgot this, can you print this out? So she did all of that and never complained. She's such a sweetheart. And my mom had to go to a bank and got whatever document I needed to prove I have enough money to like survive in America without stealing or working illegally or whatever. And my dad had to come to the hospital to pick me up, and he came pretty early, and I had to wake up early, and that was kind of tiring because the night before I went to bed at like 4 in the morning. It was all for you because you guys love these little subtitles. I was working on making subtitles, so I went to bed at like 4 in the morning, and I had to wake up early in the morning to have the visa interview. So my dad picked me up and he drove me to the closest subway station because I needed to take a visa picture. So I went to the Gangdong station, and you know, there's a little photo booth that you can like go in and take pictures. So I decided to use that, and when I saw that, I'm like, oh man, there is a little stop here. I noticed a lot of thresholds and like steps and bumpy roads because I'm hurt and everything becomes more difficult. So I was like, oh my gosh, I need to jump. I need to jump up there. So I was a little scared, but I did jump and I sat on the chair successfully, thankfully, and I took the picture and I didn't really like it, but who really cares? So I went up. I wish I could have been able to take the elevator, but the elevator would have made it harder because the elevator goes like really deep. Like if I had to take the elevator, I should use the escalator to go up again to go to the photo booth. Does it make sense? So it was just easier for me to use the escalator, which was kind of scary. But I still did it. I made it. I even filmed it. So I got in the car and my dad and I drove and we made it. And then I realized I got the wrong size. The visa size and the passport size are different, but I got the passport size. So I'm like, oh man, whatever. It was 10 bucks. I need to retake it. So anyway, I went to the place and I saw there was a very long line. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is why they tell me I should go there like 30 minutes or an hour early. So I'm like, okay, how can I even wait outside standing there? So I went to the lady that was helping the people in the line, and as soon as she saw me, she let me in. She was pretty nice. She was like, how can you stay there? And I was like, that's what I'm saying. So I was let in and I had my stuff, my bag scanned because they think I could be a terrorist or whatever. So they told me to go upstairs. They said, okay, you need to go to the second floor and we have no elevator. And I'm like, okay, if that's what I have to do, that's what I will do. So stairs, you know, like it's not a big deal at all. It's such a normal thing for you. But when you're hurt, like when you are on crutches or when you're in a wheelchair, I'm in a wheelchair right now, everything becomes really difficult. And it was, I'm like, oh my gosh, how can I go up there? But someone helped me carry my stuff and it took me a long time, I would say, but I made it. And I was like, okay, I'm here. And the lady there saw my passport and like did little, I don't know, research. I don't know what they do actually, but she was like, okay, Aran Kim, why are you applying for the visa? Because you already have it. And I'm like, excuse me, what do you mean? I don't have any visa. That's why I'm applying for one. And she says, yes, you do. Yes, you do have the visa, which made me so confused. And she says the expiration date is in 2024. Okay. And I remembered that I did have the visa, but I'm like, okay, hold on. Well, I did get a visa in 2014 because I had to go to America to serve as like a mentor for single moms. So at that time, I did get a visa, but I was only allowed to stay there for 6 months. So I thought I had to like reapply for a new visa to go back to America, but they said, no, you don't, because you already have the visa. And once you got the visa, which was a 10-year long visa, you don't need to reapply for it. You can just go back and forth. I'm like, what? No one told me that. I was wondering why they let me have this visa that was 10-year long when they only let me stay for 6 months? And what's the point of this? And I'm like, oh my gosh, that means I didn't have to do this at all. And I paid for pretty much nothing. And she said, because there's no refund, you might as well have the interview. I'm like, what is the point? I would just go back home or to the hospital. Every minute matters. Like, why would I waste time here? But she says, well, you already paid for it, so just go have it. So I'm like, okay. And I went to the guy who was supposed to interview me, and it was actually the same guy that interviewed me in 2014. So I was like, you know what? I didn't have to apply for this visa because I already had it. It wasn't expired, and I didn't know that. And he's like, oh, you are not the first, and you won't be the last. So anyway, I was like, okay, I guess I'm getting another visa that would expire in 2026, which doesn't really matter because I'm getting married to an American citizen anyway. And I told him, I'm kind of surprised because you guys don't have any elevator here. Like, it's, it's kind of surprising. And he says, yeah, right. But I'm kind of surprised too that you're here, because when someone is in a wheelchair or on crutches like you, we usually go down there. And I'm like, what? No one told me that. And he's like, yeah, that's why I'm surprised. I wonder why nobody told you to stay on the first floor so we could go down there. And he said he would, mention this to the staff. And I'm like, okay, thank you. So my visa was approved without questions about the visa, actually, because I was talking about the process and all that. So that was pretty much it, and I got extra 2 years, and that could be a good thing. So when I try to go downstairs, it was so scary, and it took me a long time, but someone helped me, so it was okay. And I called my dad, hey, where are you? And he was driving around because he didn't park and he didn't know when I would get out. So he was just waiting for me, and I explained everything to him, and he was like, who can you blame? It's because you didn't research enough. And I'm like, you're right. And my mom told me that I should mention this in my video to help some of you guys. Yeah, so I think that wasn't too bad because I was able to spend time with my dad. I had lunch with him, I had dinner with him, we were able to drive. He basically didn't work that day, and he cleaned the house and boiled some eggs for me and stuff like that. So that was really sweet. And if you guys are wondering what happened and why I'm in the hospital and stuff like that, don't worry, stay tuned for my vlog because I'm vlogging here. And this is really weird. This is what's been happening. I don't know what's wrong. My skin is kind of peeling off. Maybe because I didn't eat well. I don't know, it was kind of itchy, so I itched it. What do you say? I can't think of the word. I'll maybe put it in the subtitles. I scratched it. And this is what is happening. Oh, it feels really itchy. I don't know, maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe it is. I'll maybe tell the nurse. Maybe that's a good idea. So I'll end the video here. I hope you guys are well, and don't hurt yourself. Don't. And stay tuned for my vlog, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Oh, I filmed this video because some of you guys just really like listening to me talk, and especially in English. So I did this for you, and have an amazing day. Bye! Oh, I just thought of a perfect phrase to teach you guys in this video. Only to blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Only to blah blah blah. I paid $200 and I went to have a visa interview only to find out I already had the visa. Only to, that's like a negative, disappointing result that you did not expect. So for example, what would be a good example? Only to. I stayed up all night and drove to Busan to see my friend, only to find out she was in Vietnam for a business trip. So only to plus verb shows that that's something that you did not expect, and that's kind of a negative, disappointing result. Like you did something and then unexpectedly this happened, or this was something that you didn't expect but that was there, and that's something negative and disappointing. If you guys have more creative ways to use only to plus verb, or if you want to start using it, comment below and make your own sentence, and I'll stalk you guys and watch your comments. And have a great night. Bye!
이번 시간에는 살짝 정말 대한민국 사람들이 대부분 틀리는 단어, 실수 고쳐드리려고 합니다. 이 단어 너무너무 쉬운 단어인데 진짜 발음은 어려워요. 그 단어는 뭐냐면 바로 두구두구두구두구두구, 바로 이게 틀렸다고 해서 정말 멘붕이었어요. 완전 충격. 이게 왜 틀리지?